anyone know this painting? No. That is because this is a unique piece of art, and it belongs to my family. This is my great-grandmother, and this is my grandfather. And this painting was created by the greatest artist in Mexico. Today I will talk to you about my family's heritage, and also I will introduce to you two of the most important artists in Mexico and in the world. My great-granduncle Diego Rivera and his wife Frida Kahlo. Diego Rivera and Frida Kahlo had a very controversial life, together and separate. But I mean, it was very controversial, but their artwork was that kept them together. Diego José María de la Concepción Nepomuceno Estanislao de la Rivera y Barrientos Acosta y Rodríguez, well known as Diego Rivera, was born in 1886. He had in Guanajuato, Mexico. He had a twin, but he passed away when he was 2. And he also had a younger sister, which was my great-grandmother, María Pilar Rivera. Diego Rivera studied art in San Carlos Academy in Mexico, and then he got a scholarship for go to Europe and study art. And he first started painting Cubism from the 1930s to the 1980s. Cubism was created by Pablo Picasso, and it was geometric forms. And Diego Rivera's Cubism is characterized by brighter colors, like this. And Diego Rivera and Pablo Picasso were very good friends for 4 years until they have a terrible disagreement and they end up their friendship. So Diego Rivera stopped painting Cubism and he started painting real Mexican lives. He said that Mexico's heritage was the Indian people. So he went to the flea markets and just started painting like in mini drafts, like whatever he saw around. And then he went to his studio and repainted whatever he saw. Mostly he painted Alcatrazes and Indian people just like this. And Diego Rivera also was well known as a great muralist. It's the greatest muralist in Mexico. This is one of his murals in National Palace in Mexico City. It's like the White House of Mexico. It's where the president's office is. And it's one of the most important for Mexico because it has the history of Mexico here since the fall of Tenochtitlan until the revolution. Also, Diego Rivera was commissioned to paint murals in the United States, like this in Detroit, which was about the industry in the 1930s. And this is the court of the Detroit Art Institute. Diego Rivera was commissioned only by Henry Ford, was commissioned to paint just 2 murals, but he ended up painting 23 panels. And he said, I can do it, so I will do it. And he described this art as his best of his career. If you ever have the chance to go there, you should. Sorry, it took 1 month to design the mural, and it took over 1 year to create it, to paint it. He also went to New York, and the Rockefeller family commissioned Rivera to paint a mural in the Rockefeller Center. But Diego Rivera was a communist. When he was in Russia, he belonged to the communism movement, also in Mexico. So he painted in here Lenin, which was the leader of communism. So the Rockefeller family said, we don't want issues of politics, so just take it up. So he refused, and they said, stop painting because we are going to destroy your mural. So probably they did. You cannot destroy the mural because it's on the wall. It's a fresco. So probably it's still there repainted. He went to Mexico and he repainted it. No one said anything. It's in the Art Institute of Mexico City. And this is his last masterpiece. It's Dream of a Sunday Afternoon in Alameda Park. This is in downtown Mexico City. And here you can see the death. It's like the Catrina, as we call it in Mexico. Oh, sorry. Oops. And this is about the history of Mexico as well. So Diego Rivera and Frida Kahlo, when they met, Frida Kahlo had already a very bad experience in her life. It was a very traumatic experience for her. She was 22 years younger than Diego Rivera. She was born in Mexico City in the Blue House, Coyoacán. And when she was 18, she had a terrible accident that changed her life forever. She was on a bus, and one of the sticks of the wood sticks or iron sticks went through her column right here, and she had 3 fractures on the column, and the stick went out through her vagina. So it was like it was destroyed. So the doctor said she couldn't survive, something like that. It was destroyed. So she was in the hospital for 3 months. The first 2 weeks she was unconscious. And then she went to recovery at her home, and she started painting like this, her corsets. She couldn't move the back, nothing from the core, just extremities. And when she was 18, she didn't have the interest to paint until she was recovering. She couldn't move, she couldn't do anything, so she said, okay, I'm going to start painting. And then Frida Kahlo was also known as an icon of fashion. She went to Europe, and this is a Tehuana costume, which is a Tehuantepec. It's a small part of Mexico, and it's recognized by the strong women. So she used to wear this because she was so weak, and she was suffering for the pain, that she wanted to be strong in some way. She started painting this, the folk art. In Mexico we have the Day of the Dead, so she painted like these skulls with bright colors. And she always painted herself with the eyebrows like this, because she didn't wax the eyebrows never. It was like her character. So also she painted surrealism, and her favorite model was herself. She painted herself many times. It was self-portraits like this. This is a 2 Fridas. This is the healthy Frida, which is passing blood to the weak Frida. She was the weak Frida. And she also had scissors there because she tried to kill herself many times. She was in pain all the time, so. Here, this is a broken column. It's kind of her masterpiece. In here, you can see the fractures of the column. And it has nails because she had many... So she also painted this because she had many miscarriages. She couldn't have babies. So Diego Rivera and Frida Kahlo got married twice. They divorced once. And Diego Rivera was ugly, but he was well known as a woman chaser. He slept with many women he could, and also Frida Kahlo had many affairs, also with Trotsky. And Frida Kahlo was happy with Diego Rivera in the first painting. She said, okay, Diego Rivera is my life, I love him. In this painting, she suffered a lot for him. She said, I had 2 accidents in my life, Diego Rivera and the accident on the bus. He slept with her sister also, so that's why Frida Kahlo was devastated. This is the last painting of Frida Kahlo, Viva la Vida. She painted 7 days before she passed away, or before she killed herself. There are many stories about it. She died here in the Blue House, which is now the Museum of Frida Kahlo in Mexico City. And this is the Museum of Diego Rivera in San Angel, Mexico City. This was his studio, and that was his house. And this is a memorable ending for them. It's a bill of 500 pesos. So if you ever have one of those, just keep it. It's our heritage here. So the conclusion is that they also, they have a very controversial life together, but they were the greatest artists in Mexico, and that is our heritage, and I can tell you I am very proud to be his family. Thank you.